Hey, Molly, I, the kindest big sister on the whole planet, have decided to give you a birthday present. Huh? What are you talking about, Tilly? My birthday was months ago. So what? You should just be grateful that a gorgeous, stunning, beautiful specimen of a human being like me wants to give you something. I get that you're fat and ugly, but are you really so warped that you're incapable of expressing gratitude for your big sister's kindness? Wow, you act like you're actually going to give me something valuable. Admit it, the only time you ever give me presents is when you want to get rid of something you don't want. What piece of junk is it this time? Is that a crime? Anyway, just because something might be junk to me doesn't mean it won't be valuable to my fat, ugly cave troll of a sister. Our standards are different, you know. My trash is your treasure. The world's been unfair enough on you as it is, what with your traffic accident of a face. I think the least you deserve is a little present every now and then. Wow, you never cease to amaze me, Tilly. You seriously have the most twisted personality of anyone I've ever met. Oh, quit being so bitter, would you? Jealousy ain't attractive. Anyway, about this year's birthday present, it's finally time for the big reveal. Are you ready? I can now reveal I found you an ugly guy to marry. Excuse me? Like I just said, I'm gonna give you someone to marry. You'll finally have a man in your life. Isn't that great? No. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. What are you talking about? Is this some kind of joke? Your wedding's the day after tomorrow. Are you talking about giving me your husband? What does that even mean? I get that you might be experiencing a case of the wedding blues, but still, there are some things you shouldn't joke about. Nope, no jokes. I am dead serious. Believe me, I've never been more serious about anything in my life. This fat loser is the perfect match for an obese cave troll like yourself. Trust me. You're gonna be so happy together. I just know it. You're the one who chose him after going to that marriage agency. I thought you liked him and were happy together. You need to take responsibility for your own decisions. Geez, you really have no sense of humility or gratitude, do you? It looks like your personality is just as ugly as your face. Accept your damn present already. I'm not interested, Tilly. You need to go and get your head checked out if you think this is normal behavior. You're so funny when you get mad. Poking fun at you has been one of my favorite pastimes ever since we were kids. Tilly, where are you right now? There you are. I was wondering how long that would take. All right, it's time for the quiz. Fingers on your buzzers. Tell me, Molly, where do you think I am right now? Huh? Quiz? Allow me to repeat the question since you seem to be unable to read simple English. Where do you think I am right now? Quit screwing around. This isn't funny. Do you have any idea how badly everyone is panicking because of you? Also, do you have any idea what time it is? It's your freaking wedding day tomorrow. Wow, you are so boring. I thought ugly girls were supposed to have fun personalities. You must be the exception to the rule. Mom won't stop messaging me asking if you came to my house. She's worried that you might have gotten into an accident and for some reason is blaming me for your disappearance. This isn't a laughing matter, Tilly. Gee, sis, you really are a moron. Why do you care about Mom harping on? She's always like that, for crying out loud. Tilly, you need to hurry up and go home as soon as possible. Andy just messaged me asking where you are. You've got everyone worried. Oh, that fat loser. I don't need him, so you can have him. What? You can marry the fat loser I found at the marriage agency. I already told you, didn't I? He's your birthday present. Stop this at once, Tilly. You can't be serious. You do understand this means calling your wedding off at the last minute, right? How could you be so horrible to your fiance? It's bad enough that you're insulting him like this, but to call off the wedding this late on top of it? We already sent the invites out and everyone's gonna be there. I thought he'd be easy to manipulate because he's a pushover and has lots of money. But I found someone better, so I'm done with him now. My new man is a tall, handsome doctor with big, rippling muscles and a sports car. He's the most rugged, masculine hunk I've ever laid eyes on. It just so happens me and him are currently enjoying a nice, relaxing soak in the nighttime pool, gazing into each other's eyes lovingly beneath the stars. Wow, are you for real? You have a new boyfriend already? Wait, Were you cheating on him? I seriously can't believe you. You're damaged goods, which means all you're good for is my sloppy seconds. You should be grateful. You and my loser fiance both have faces like traffic accidents, so you're perfect for each other. You can marry him instead of me tomorrow. If you need a dress, don't worry, I got you covered. You can use mine, if it'll fit you, of course, you big fat pig. Oh my God, can you believe how kind I am? I even surprise myself sometimes. Jesus Christ, have you heard yourself? This is insane. Why do you think it's okay to trample on people's feelings like this? Because I'm the main character of planet Earth, and this wedding is about me, which means if I want to cancel it, I'm well within my rights to. How about a thank you, you big ungrateful ham beast? That lardy loser is the perfect match for a high-calorie individual like yourself. I wish you eternal happiness together.
Molly, have you heard anything from Tilly?
Andy, I am so sorry to have to break this to you, but it seems like my sister doesn't want to go through with the wedding.
I see.
I'm sorry for the way she's behaving. You don't deserve to be treated like this. I have no idea why she would wait until the last minute if she was having doubts.
Don't apologize, Molly. You didn't do anything wrong. This is all my fault for being such a failure, being such a disappointment.
No, Andy, that's not true. Don't say such awful things about yourself. You didn't do anything wrong. Listen, as for how we're going to deal with this crap, if I take care of letting everyone on our side of the family know the wedding's canceled, can you take care of the rest?
Sure, of course. I'll contact the wedding hall as soon as they open, too. There's going to be a cancellation fee, but it can't be helped.
We absolutely have to make sure Tilly covers the costs for this.
Really? I'm not so sure about that.
But, Andy, this is her fault. When I first heard my sister had found someone through a marriage agency, I thought she'd finally decided to change her ways. But it looks like deep down, she's still just as rotten as she always was. This is 100% my sister's fault. I know you must feel awful right now, but please don't blame yourself, and please don't get too worked up over it.
Molly, to be honest with you, I was feeling completely crushed and doubting whether I even had the will to continue. But you just made me feel a little bit more positive about the whole situation. Thank you. Really, I mean it. You're nothing like Tilly.
Hey, Molly. How are you big enormous lard ass? You've got some nerve to message me after all this time. Huh? I do? Why? Did I do something wrong? Anyway, I wanted to tell you something exciting. Me and my new boyfriend moved in together. We're over the moon with joy, basking in the warmth of contentment like never before. Every moment feels like a celebration, filled with laughter and love and an abundance of happiness. Our hearts overflow with gratitude for the blessings that surround us, and we cherish each day as a precious gift. That's nice. The thing is, I never asked for progress reports on your love life, and I certainly don't need to hear your frickin' love poems. Wow, could you be any more bitter? Anyway, how are things going on your end, you oversized ham beast? Are things going well with that fat loser Andy? What the hell do you think you're playing at? Don't you think you at least owe Andy an apology for what you did to him? Everyone lost their heads over what you did. Mom turned into a nervous wreck, and don't even get me started on Andy. He was depressed for so long, you wouldn't believe. And then there's Dad. He lost his hair due to the stress you caused him. It's heartbreaking to see him struggling like this. What the hell? Oh, that's hilarious. Who loses their hair over a marriage? What a dweeb. I didn't want to get married, so I didn't get married. What's the problem? Am I not entitled to make my own decisions? Being as stunning and gorgeous as I am, it's hardly a surprise that I have a tendency to change my mind. How could I not when I have so many options? Are you being real right now? Of course I am. It's that tubbly wumpkin Andy's fault for choosing someone so far out of his league. Thanks to his selfishness and delusions of grandeur, he caused everyone a huge inconvenience when the wedding got canceled. Anyway, what's the problem here? I did say you could have him, right? That way the wedding would have still gone ahead and everyone would have been happy. Canceling was nothing but a waste of money. Do you have mental problems? On what planet could I possibly have married your fiance? You're insane. As for the money, you're obviously going to be paying every last cent of it yourself. Mom and Dad covered everything at the time because the wedding company were demanding a cancellation fee, but you will be paying them back. What are you talking about? What makes you think you get to decide that, you arrogant little hoe? Were you really that disappointed with Andy? I thought you'd jump at the opportunity to marry a fat loser like him. He's just like you, after all. Interesting. Just so I know I understand, you're saying you totally don't mind if I date Andy? Is that right? Duh, of course you are. He's a grotesque, overweight pig with no redeeming qualities other than his fat wallet. Why would I want to spend my life with a dweeb like him? I thought I'd be happy with him providing for me as my personal ATM, but then he kept annoying me with crap like wanting to spend our days off together or going out for meals as a couple. He was so annoying. I changed my mind on that droopy-eyed pig within days of the engagement. I'll happily hand him over to you. Really? I can? Oh, I'm so happy. You see, it just so happens that we officially started dating after the wedding got canceled and we recently got engaged. I was actually pretty anxious about the whole thing since he used to be engaged to you, so I'm super pleased. Ew, that's so gross. Even just the thought alone of a pair of slovenly lardasses like you guys being a couple makes me want to throw up. Oh, great. I'll tell you what, since you're being so kind and supportive, I'll send you a picture of us together, okay? Get ready, we're about to take it. Oh my God, stop it. I don't need to see that. I'll lose my appetite. Not my problem. Huh? What the heck? Who the hell is that stud? And what's a fat pig like you doing with a handsome guy like him? Wait a sec. Did you hire a male stripper or something? Nope, that's Andy. Oh, don't be ridiculous. It's the worst joke I've ever heard. After spending months in deep depression, he went on a self-improvement drive to improve his self-esteem and lose some weight. He took up boxing lessons. He blamed himself for what you did, saying he was ugly and unreliable, and with that, he started going to the gym and training like a man possessed. He lost 20 kilograms in a few months. I was astonished. I've never seen anything like it. He looks like a frickin' bodybuilder now. Give me a break, you delusional loser. There's no way a dweeb like Andy could have that kind of motivation. Huh? Haven't you noticed? Take a closer look at the picture. You see those 3 moles in a triangle shape below his left eye? His eyes still have that slight droop too, right? You know, the one you always took great pleasure in making fun of him for? What? Actually, well, now that you mention it, he does kind of resemble that pig. I thought he was a cringy, droopy-eyed loser, but he looks so damn hot now with those muscles. His jaw is so chiseled, and his eyes have gone from being a curse to one of his nicest features. What's with the in-depth analysis? No, I don't believe it. There's no way a fat pig like him could ever become this handsome. Besides, there's no way a grotesque lard-ass like you could ever bag yourself a handsome guy like the one in that picture. You probably edited it with AI. If we were talking about a drop-dead gorgeous beauty like myself, then sure, but you? All the money in the world couldn't find you a decent guy. Oh, hang on, I've got it. If you didn't edit that picture, and it really is real, he must be after you for your money. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Andy became CEO recently. What? Andy, CEO? What the hell are you talking about? I know that porcine ham planet worked at a major global company, but he was only ever a lowly office drone. Or did he start his own company? Well, that doesn't count. Anyone can become CEO by doing that, but it doesn't mean he's rich. No, actually, he inherited his dad's company. You'll know who they are with a simple search online. Why would I go out of my way to do that? That sounds like a pain in the ass. Huh, that's funny. You seemed awfully interested just now. Hang on a sec. Are you scared? What? Me? Scared? Don't say such ridiculous things, you big greasy whale. Fine, I'll look him up. Huh? What the hell? This guy has the exact same name as Andy. Oh my God, it's the same guy from the picture you just sent. Do you really think there's another guy with Andy's exact name, the same moles on his face and the same eyes? Or is the more likely explanation that it's actually Andy? Isn't it time to stop burying your head in the sand and wake up and smell the coffee? You shut your goddamn mouth. This isn't funny. So what exactly are you saying? That I missed an opportunity to bag myself a rich, handsome CEO? Oh my god, this company, Cluckin' Bell, they're one of the biggest fast food chains in all of America. I didn't hear anything about this. Surely he would have told me about this when we went on our first dates after meeting through the marriage agency. I don't know, would he really? I only found out after we got married. It's not like he goes around announcing it with a megaphone. He told me he hates the idea of being judged on his father's merits and wants to make his own name for himself. I'm not gonna lie though, I am pleased you didn't notice. Andy's kindness, devotion, loyalty, and wicked sense of humor would have been wasted on a gold-digging lowlife like you. Hey, bitch, don't you dare speak to me like that. Why didn't you tell me about any of this when you first found out? Is it because you're jealous of my beauty? Because you're envious of how popular I always was with the boys? Huh? Why would I give you routine updates on mine and Andy's private life? Get real. Because he was my fiance, you idiot. Sure, was being the key word here. You're the one that practically abandoned him at the altar. You didn't get married, so you're as good as strangers now. He's my husband now, and you and him have absolutely nothing to do with each other. Oh my god, this is so not fair. You've got some nerve to talk about fairness when your life philosophy consists of screwing people over based on the vicissitudes of your monetary whims, Tilly. You're less trustworthy than quicksand. This should be obvious, but neither of us ever want anything more to do with you for as long as we live, so kindly refrain from ever messaging either of us again, thanks. No, wait, you don't get to make that decision on your own. Reply to me, hey! Hey there, Andy. How have you been, sweetie?
Hi, Tilly. It's been a while.
So, listen, babe, I've been doing some thinking, and I've decided I wanted to apologize about what I did 6 months ago. To tell you the truth, I was having doubts about whether marriage was what I was really wanting, but I swear it wasn't you, it was me. I'm so sorry I canceled on you at the last minute, baby. I feel awful about what I did, and I don't ever want to hurt you like that again. Do you think maybe that we could give things another shot?
Nope. I'm married to Molly now.
So it's true then? Whatever, fine. Listen, baby, if you're really honest with yourself, don't you think I'm a much better option than my sister? She's fat and ugly, she's damaged goods, and she doesn't have a single redeeming quality.
Damaged goods? Are you talking about her right leg by any chance?
Yes, of course I am. She's been a blockhead ever since we were kids. I always knew it'd end up her getting into trouble one day, which is why I wasn't surprised when she got into an accident. She hasn't had proper use of her legs since we were in college. She can't go up and down stairs by herself, and even walking is a challenge. Surely she must be a pain in the ass to live with.
The only reason Molly got involved in a car accident was because you tried forcing her to pick up something you dropped onto the road. She didn't want to, and you couldn't handle having someone stand up to you. So you lost her temper and you pushed her in front of an oncoming car.
What the hell? How do you know about that?
Molly told me herself just after we started dating. She also told me how you insisted she jump out of her own accord when it came to explain the whole thing to your parents. So not only did you make your sister permanently disabled, but now you want to insult her too?
Are you seriously telling me you believe her lies? She's clearly just doing this to make you feel sorry for her and hate me.
Actually, unlike some, I think she's a lot more trustworthy than, I don't know, someone who tramples over the feelings of others by dumping them on the day before their wedding and running off of another man. Not naming any names, of course. We had to go around canceling and apologizing all of the guests after you pulled your little stunt. Do you have any idea how pathetic you made me feel back then? Can you even imagine it? Do you even care?
Geez, quit being such a drama queen, would ya? I thought you were supposed to be Mr. Macho Man now. Quit your whining.
Unlike you, your sister was kind and compassionate towards me. She felt so bad she even apologized on your behalf. Molly's the kindest person I've ever met. She's caring and empathetic, and unlike you, doesn't take pleasure in hurting people. I wouldn't take you back if you were the last one in the solar system.
What is this? Putting on a brave face because your pride still isn't recovered from the massive blow I dealt it, huh?
Let's not forget your habit of calling me a fat pig at every opportunity. You knew full well I had a thyroid issue that meant I got fat even if I didn't eat anything just before we got together. I was already in my mid-30s by the time I recovered. My self-esteem was at rock bottom. I was worried that it might be getting too late for me to meet someone, so I signed up to a marriage agency in desperation.
Huh? Really?
Yes, really. Pretty sure I already told you all this. Did you forget? The bottom line is, that's all I ever was to you. A fat pig whose only redeeming quality was his wallet. And you sure as heck didn't hesitate when it came to spending my money, did you? Did you enjoy going on all those dates to fancy restaurants with Loverboy on my dime behind my back?
No, it wasn't like that.
In any case, I'm not into girls' personalities as ugly as yours.
What? Ugly? Me?
Yes, you. Also, do you have any idea how old you are? You'll be 35 soon, Tilly. Isn't it about time you stopped wearing your makeup like a teenager who just entered high school? It really, really doesn't suit you. I know you like to joke about being internally 16 and that's totally fine, but really, if you were actually as stunning and beautiful as you seem to think you are, why would you have struggled so hard to find a man that you ended up having to enlist the help of a marriage agency? If you didn't sign up to eternal bliss, you wouldn't have found anyone, would you? It hardly sounds like you were a hit with the guys to me. Turns out you were no better than the fat pig they set you up with, huh?
Oh my god, you're horrible. Is this any way to speak to a woman?
What? So I'm not supposed to criticize you because you're a woman? But you can say whatever the hell you like to me because I'm a man? You might be able to get away with acting like this if you were still a teenager. But have you tried looking in the mirror lately?
But if that's what you think, why did you choose me in the first place?
Because you told me you loved me and wanted to be with me forever, even when I was at my lowest point. Obviously, I made a huge mistake in not realizing you were being insincere. But still, even in spite of everything, I'm grateful we met, Tilly. Because if we didn't, I'd never have met your sister.
Oh my god.
You had better make sure you pay them back every cent they lent you for the wedding cancellation. They're at their wits' end with you already. They said if you don't pay them, they'll disown you and never speak to you again.
Oh my god, no. Stop. Wait, please. Won't you just hear me out, for God's sake?
You've got some nerve to ask me that. Since when did you ever listen to anyone? Nah, that's it. We're done here.
No, please, don't do this. I'm begging you, baby. Oh, can't we just talk this through like mature, responsible adults before making hasty decisions in the heat of the moment? Don't throw away what we had. Molly, you need to convince Andy to take me back, now! Is that really something you should say to his wife? Are you mentally deranged or just stupid? Did you already forget I told you never to message either of us ever again for as long as you live? But what else am I supposed to do? Mom and Dad won't lend me any more money. You've always been a tightwad, so it's probably not even worth asking you to lend me anything, is it? Yes, well done. You're right. I'm not lending you a single cent. Let me get this straight. You've realized you can't rely on your family anymore, so you're desperately trying to cling to Andy in an attempt to win him back and pay for you to exist? How can you be so blind to the fact that you and him are done forever? There's more chance of hell freezing over than him giving you another chance. You don't know that. His feelings might change if we met up in person. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There's optimism and then there's delusion, sis. I really think it's time for you to face reality. Anyway, what happened to the hunky doctor boyfriend you dumped Andy for? Get him to pay Mom and Dad back for you because you're not our problem. I can't do that. I need money to give to him, not the other way around. Huh? Why? Because it costs money to open up an independent doctor's practice. It's a wife's job to help her husband fulfill his dreams, right? Besides, I have to pay the $500 monthly membership fee at the club he invited me to. Also, I have to pay for the branded suits he wears to his academic meetings with the Doctors Guild. Dating a doctor is surprisingly expensive. Wait, what? You're the one paying for all those things? Sure, of course. What's wrong with that? But don't you only do part-time temp work for a day work dispatch agency? Surely there's no way you can afford all that. Nope, not anymore. I work at a strip club to supplement the finances now. My boyfriend said I'd do it if I really loved him, so I kind of felt like I had no choice. It might not be my ideal job, but at least it means we can have a stable future together. One thing's for sure, it's not a problem someone as ugly as you could have ever had. Holy crap, are you being serious? I can't take it anymore. Stop. My sides hurt. Huh? What's so funny? He's obviously a scammer who's only married to you to rob and manipulate and exploit you for everything you have. How can you be this lacking in basic awareness? It's hard to feel sorry for such a moron. Want to know something interesting? I actually had a private investigator look into your lover after you ditched Andy. You did what? I was unsure about whether to tell you or Andy because of how sensitive the information he came up with is. Obviously, you've been a dick, so I hardly felt like lavishing outpourings of goodwill on you, but at the same time, I would have told you if you'd just apologized for what you did. I had no idea you were this much of an idiot. When is the wedding with the con man? When things settle down after he sets up his business. How much money does he say he needs to set up his business? $10 million? $10 million? What is he having built? A frickin' mansion? He's taking you for a fool, you gullible moron. You're practically a walking ATM at this point. Well, to be honest, I did think it was kinda strange. But why would he trick me? He told me he loves me. You said the same thing to Andy, but it didn't stop you betraying him. Now you're getting a taste of your own medicine. You obviously didn't think twice about destroying Andy's life. But for some reason, you don't seem to like having the same thing done to you. Isn't that strange? In any case, it looks like you fell for it hook, line, and sinker. Oh, I just sent you the results of the investigation by email, so feel free to take a look. Oh my god. No. Why? Why me? What did I do to deserve this? This isn't how my life was supposed to go. Why didn't you tell me faster if you knew? If you'd have told me, I never would have... damn you! Who's the one who didn't tell Mom and Dad the truth about what happened to my leg? Go on, Tilly, remind me. That was, Oh, geez, sis, can't we just let bygones be bygones already? Yeah, you're right. To tell you the truth, I literally couldn't care less anymore. I don't even care about you enough to continue this discussion. But please, Molly, I need your help. I'm in debt, and I have no one else to rely on. You made your bed, now lie in it. You and Andy couldn't be more opposite if you tried. He dodged the bullet of his life when you ditched him the day before the wedding. You know, I was sure the guilt over what happened with my leg would be eating you up. That's why I kept quiet about it all this time. I realize I was stupid to think so now, but part of me wanted to believe you actually had a heart. When I told Mom and Dad the truth yesterday, they broke down in tears and apologized before begging me for forgiveness. Oh my god, you told them? Well, I wasn't even there to defend myself. Quit trying to paint me like I'm some kind of villain. Why? To me, you are a villain. If you want to know the truth, I think you're a vile piece of human garbage and you deserve everything that happens to you. Molly, please, I'm begging you. Isn't there some way we can make all of this go away? I feel terrible about what I did. It's simply terrible. Honestly, I don't know what came over me and made me act so stupidly. Too little, too late. Talk is cheap. You've proved time and time again exactly what kind of person you are with your actions. Andy and I are focusing on our happiness now, and you'll never be a part of that. You can go crawl in a hole and die for all I care. A low-life scumbag whore and a marriage scammer. You guys are a match made in heaven. I wish you eternal happiness together. It turns out my sister's fiance was actually a notorious marriage scammer who'd been draining lonely women of their finances for decades. After convincing her to go into hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to help start up his doctor's surgery, he vanished without a trace. A few weeks later, Tilly showed up on my mom and dad's doorstep in a flood of tears. They suspected sincerity at first, but realized it was all an act when she tried to get out of paying them back for the wedding cancellation. It was in that moment they realized she was truly beyond redemption, and with that, she got disowned and sent on her way. Last I hear, she's stuck in an endless loop of working ungodly hours at the strip club the black market loan shark she borrowed money from forced her to work in, to come up with the money for the debt repayments she took out to give her scammer fiancé. To be honest, I don't see any way for her to get out of this one. Not that it's my problem, she's out of my life for good now. As for me and Andy, we're currently living happily in the semi-detached house by the seaside we bought not long after the events of today's story. His schedule's been crazy hectic ever since he became CEO. They say that behind every good man is a good woman, and I intend to do my duty as a wife in supporting him as best I possibly can. Thanks for watching, folks. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to help the channel out by liking and subscribing. Do you think Tilly got what she deserved? Let us know in the comments. We can't wait to see you again next time.